sorry about that, chat. I guess I didn't realize that it went offline. I think what happened is I hit my stream hotkey. I really need to change that. I am so sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that, chat. For those of you who missed my little spiel, we are working through the decathlon of Wizard 101 as part of our Changing Games stream today. I'll just upload a new VOD. Yeah, I didn't realize that I bonked my stream end button. Yeah, so my brother's got a whole setup for this already ready for me. I had to design the one for this decathlon, though, because I didn't have... He hadn't done it yet, there was no data. So... Alright, so we are back, which is good. Yeah, for those of you who are just coming in, we are working on the decathlon event for Wizard 101. It's a rotating event every month. For each school, it rotates through a set order. I'm kind of testing my strategy here. And that's where my little buddy can heal me. I think I'm actually gonna wait another round, because then maybe I can get closer to full health. That's always a risk. Yeah, but I've already got recipes 1 through 4, so we can just continue. Alright, so now at this stage is when plague starts to become a threat. Now, what is plague? Let's see if we get ads running. And you get special event points that can be used to redeem all sorts of cool things. Even specific items. Oh, something's in way. Yep, and then there's plague right there above my head. Now that is a threat. And that's an automatic 20 or 30% damage reduction. So that's where Frozen Kraken can come in handy because he can help mitigate that issue. By coming in behind me, because he attacks after me, so he, unless I have multiple plagues on me, he's not going to be affected. Yep, so I kind of have to wait for the pips before I can strike them. Hello. Hey, Shiki! How you doing, my dude? How you holding up, my good friend? Are things well for you? I am dealing with allergies. Ouch. I am so sorry. Maybe it would actually be better or more efficient to edit the strategy for this stage to be, no, let's give this a double. And the risk of plague. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty much a net constant. I miss the old animation for this. so the next one is gonna be a Seraph. Now let's actually get it opened up, my smoothie jar. Actually, I should make my move here real quick. Actually, there might be enough juice, but... Nice, that is stage 3 done. Let's see how we're doing. How many shields we got left? Wait, what was it for this one? So it's... coming in for the clutch to heal me. Thank you, Muffin. If you're wondering why his name is Muffin, it's actually thematic, because my brother has the original Decathlon pet with all the healing characteristics, and his pet's name is Cookie. So, in keeping theme with bakery-themed items, that is how Muffin got his name. So, a little lore right there. You might be asking, why is a little frozen kraken named Muffin? Well, that would be why. Yeah, they're getting beefy right here. I am in trouble. I just realized I have low health. I may have to stop after level 4. I may have to start at level 5 instead. I don't want to die, so... Hey. Yes! What is up? Among Us! I love that thing. I love that thing. Wherever you get it. I know you said you got it from like a gift sub or something like that. Something, if I remember right. Yeah. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? I can fizzle. I would like to heal so that I don't die. Ouch. Ow. Yeah, I think I will stop because I don't have enough cards. And I'll come back in at level 5. Yeah, I already knew I had that. And then I also gotta go get the runes from my bank. Yeah, I don't have enough shields. I'm gonna have to head back. Oh yeah, it's Christmas in July. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the house. Well, actually, I should check my redemptions here because you get rewards. Yeah, I only need the life runes. Because it's funny, with the decathlon in Wizard 101, it's opposites. So, because we're in the death decathlon, we need life runes to craft it. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't. But I'll show right here. So the death decathlete deck is what we actually need to use. Before I'm going back to work. Bloke! Sit your ass down and watch the show. What are you doing? What are you doing sneaking out of work? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hydrate! You being sneaky, bloke? What are you doing? You being naughty? You being a naughty boy? You know I'm just messing with you. Yeah, but I need the deck 5 recipe in order to actually craft it. I will allow a strange drink. I am always good behaved. Are you? Or is it because you got the kiddos that... Nah, I'm doing this. I don't have any strange drinks, unfortunately. Okay. So for this, I need... I have a smoothie. Oh, I actually don't have that. I did not buy the spirit blades like I should have. Well, I guess we're heading back to the shop. What flavor? It's like a mixed berry. I still have to make it. I'm gonna turn off my microphone so you guys don't get deafened by it. Seems to be struggling a bit. I do have water on the desk, so while I figure out what the heck is up with my blender, I will have water. Yeah, it's struggling a little bit. It's because I put the powder down there. Oh no, it doesn't have any battery. Alright, looks like Smoothie is getting delayed. Yeah, we'll just have water, because I got water on the desk. Alright, sorry chat, I need money. So I gotta go back to the house. Actually, why did I do that? Because I have money. But I need more, so... Let's just dump everything in there right now. Yes, I have a bunch of shared pet snacks, so then I have money. I always have access to money. Speaking of, while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and grab these to feed Muffin. But now I can probably just get away with selling my golden pizza. While I'm working on that, I'm gonna grab water. Wait, that ought to be enough. Okay. Alright, we should be good to go. Alright, I'm just gonna reset it. Okay, so... Centaur, Forest Lord... Centaur... Gnomes, Forest Lord... Gnomes, and then back to the start, I need 2 life blades and a spirit blade. The rest can be taken up by death shields. Okay, looks good. We will start from stage 5 because I want to get the stuff. I want to get the next deck. Each stage has 3 levels in it that all must be completed in sequence in order to reach the next one. It's just a bit of a waiting game. Okay, so just to increase my likelihood of success, I'm gonna get Muffin out there now so that he can deal some good damage. I'm gonna leave my smoothie cap open so that it continues to thaw, because maybe it's also still pretty frozen. That could also be the problem. I guess I didn't need to do that. Plus, then he could potentially hit me for more than I'm gonna heal back. Okay, he actually didn't do anything. Alright, yeah, let's do that. Turned out okay, I guess. Right, now I need the life blade here. I'm ready to cast Forest Lord at a moment's notice. Muffin! I love you. I love you, you're healing me! It's so sporadic whether he does or he doesn't, so... Weaken him a little bit. Next turn. Wait, no, it's only 5. I need 7. Yeah, this is not turning out too good. Yeah, for this you really gotta think on the fly, the decathlon, because it is somewhat unpredictable. As far as like what the enemy will do. Even though their health and everything is exactly the same between runs. see if I can get him. If I did the math right, then... There's a sand pit in the middle of the field, too? It's a little peculiar, but... Yep, I need a centaur here. Okay, why are we dropping frames here? Yeah, I gotta feed Muffin after this one. Casted. Nah, whatever. It's fine. I got a double shield, I should be okay. Stage 5. Now we can buy the rank 5 recipe. Now we're gonna try and make it to level 6. If we don't, that's fine. I can work on that later. So what was it for this one? Okay, this is where the gnomes start. Yeah, 1290, I need gnomes for this. I forgot to feed Muffin. To feed him. Gotta feed him! Because if you do not have sufficient happiness on your pets, chat, they will not be able to use their combat powers, so make sure you feed them. And feed them a lot! So, if you have pets that have combat powers, they must be fed, otherwise it will not work. It will specify how much happiness you must have to satisfy it. Usually it's pretty low, like 35, but if you're using it a lot, then make sure you feed him. I have already run into situations where he is not fed and I have to improvise, and that's not usually good in the decathlon because you only get 3 shots per day, 21 shots per month, because it's a 7-day cycle. So you have 21 runs that you can use to get as much as you want. So, he has not attacked me. This is concerning. This is very concerning. Okay, Muffin, I really needed you to heal me there, buddy. Need to go back to work. Aww. Bug, really? Lurk. I see the lurk, and I appreciate the lurk. things? Yep. Alright, for this round I need the life blade and the spirit blade. I need to keep feeding him. I keep forgetting to feed him. Now I could be running into a problem because I didn't feed him. I probably should have fed him before I even started today, but I didn't, so it's because I'm a dumbass! So oh boy. Alright, Muffin, I'm gonna need you to heal me. Thank you! That's not full, but I'll take it! It's better than nothing, but... Actually, that's helpful! That's a double hit. Yay! Alright, I think I'll be alright. I think I might be okay. Yeah, just because they might attack me big. So you get a lot of pips on that side, plus a balance, plus a dragon blade. I'm a little concerned. Plus, before they start hitting me with plague, I'm gonna deal as much damage as possible before they do that, because then that increases the likelihood that I'll make it through. Muffin, you are a rock star today, buddy. Thank you. You are saving my ass, and I appreciate it. Yep, and speak of the devil, there's plague. I'm gonna pray that I don't die this round, because then I might be able to win. Surprised I'm holding on as much as I am. Well, soon there's only gonna be one guy attacking me instead of two, hopefully. There's a lot of DOTs on me. Let's say, hopefully at least that guy will die. So I've only got one enemy instead of two. Okay, this time for sure I have to feed him, otherwise I will not be able to use him in the next combat. I need to stop and feed you. Fill up his happiness in a couple of clicks. You would think it's that simple and that I would remember, but oftentimes I don't, and then I run into problems, and then I ask myself, why am I running into problems? And this will be the level 6 deck. Which then I will go ahead and craft, and then we will shift to the next game. Before he uses Plague on me, let's get some damage off. Watching my smoothie blender. Next turn, if there's no problems. The next turn, I'll be able to cast Frozen Kraken again and finish him off. I fizzled anyways! That's just great. Yeah, I'll craft the next deck, and then we will go ahead and switch games. Yeah, I think that animation is broken, because normally the first arm would also create that breaking glass kind of sound. I think there's a sound bug there. And now we'll be able to craft the rank 6 deck. I'll do the rest of this off script and go for the rank 7 deck. But yeah, we'll buy the rank 6 recipe. Yeah, the game's gonna warn you, like, you know, are you sure you want to leave? Make sure you actually are before you click that. Okay, and then I will just switch to a random deck in my inventory so then I can actually craft with it. So this is how this works. Once you've got a recipe for the Decathlon deck and the right runes, come over to this Decathlon crafting station, and you can... Actually, let me go ahead and pin those other recipes, so then I can more easily see them. And it's all sequential, so you need the previous 2 ranks in order to make the next one. So for the rank 3, you need a deck 1 and a deck 2, and so on and so forth up the ladder. For ranks 1 and 2, you don't need any, there's little prerequisites, so to make the rank 6, I need a rank 5, which means I need a rank 4, which means I need a rank 3, which means I need a rank 2. And you'll notice that the crafting symbol will move. And then it'll indicate what you can actually craft. So we've got a rank 5. We need to go back and make a rank 4. which requires a rank 3. As you can see, we need another rank 1 to make another rank 3. But now, yep, we need to make another rank 2. And then you'll notice we can make the rank 4, and then we can trade up to the rank 6. Yeah, it's all very much in sequence. And because we now have the rank 6 deck, we now have the ability to add a blocking jewel to it, which will further increase our defensive power. Which is pretty sick. And you can match it up pretty easily, because depending on what deck it is, that's what tells you which jewel you need to add. So because you use this for the Death Decathlon, you add a Defense Onyx to it, with Onyx being the school gem for death. So it kind of coordinates very nicely. So I'm actually going to go ahead and set up for the rank 7, but you know what? Yeah, if we're only doing rank 7, I think we can try. Yeah, because if we're only going for the rank 7 deck, and then I'll craft that recipe later because there's something else I would like to do. Like, to make crafting that deck easier. It involves the other wizards on my account, but I can deal with that later. So gnomes, Forest Lord gnomes, that's all I need for attack spells. And then I need all blade types. And then the rest can just be shields. So poison has been our biggest threat for the longest time, and that is going to continue to be our greatest threat until we get to rank 8 on the Decathlon Tower, in which case, Empower will start to be added, which means they can give themselves pips even at the cost of life self-damage. Yeah, it's still just random crap, so you don't gotta worry about any of this. It doesn't apply to us anyway. Yeah, with the Decathlon, all of your gear is disabled except your deck, so any jewels you add to your deck, or any pet spells that you might have, any will casts, or healing traits will still apply, but everything else is turned off. Yeah, so we'll give rank 7 a crack. Last check. I always do one final check before I head out into the tower, because once you do, you are stuck. And that'll actually be my 3rd attempt of the day, so this is actually perfect that we're doing it this way. Screaming Mimi. And you'll notice we start with more pips, more health, which also comes with the Decathlon as you progress up the tower. And you might be wondering what that tag is above my head, this Woo's Woe thing with my character's head. So, each Decathlon stars its school's teacher at the very top, at the end of level 10. If you defeat the instructor, you gain a special badge for that school. The rank 10 deck is not required, you can't even get it until you beat level 10. So the best you could have is level 9. But I think I beat the Life Decathlon, which features Instructor Mulinda Wu at the top, with a rank 8 or a rank 7, so it actually is quite possible to do it well before that. But however, the life one is also the easiest because you use death spells, and death spells are all life steal, so it's incredibly easy. It's the easiest one out of the 7, by far, with balance being the most difficult because you have weakness and you don't have good shielding. I've played them all, so I can definitely attest to that. Yep, and she survived with a minuscule of health because of plague. And that's the problem. So, and that's something you have to consider. And that is something that I considered when I was creating the tree of spells to take with me. Is, what if I end up with plague? I have to account for damage loss. So we did good there. And so for this one, it was all blade types, is what I have the note for. But of course, this is going to be pretty tricky, because now I've got, you know, this is a double combat. So this one, I may or may not make it. We're going to find out. Yeah, I want to build up my pips as quickly as possible, but at the same time, I also need to defend myself. And that's going to be tricky, especially with poison, taken into account. So far, they're playing a bit of Stick Stupid, but hashtag Jurassic Park, for those of you who have seen the Jurassic Park movies. Yeah, I usually like to shield right away because they have a tendency to attack the hardest right at the start. Wait, why did it discard? I discarded the... Oh my god, now I'm potentially in a pickle here. And once I cast the Balance Blade, I'm set in because Frozen Kraken will trigger that. Okay, I don't have the Life Blade yet. I'm trying to find it. Oh, it might have just been a goof. Ooh, do I want to risk it now? I'm probably gonna have to, yeah. Okay, where's the Life Blade? Now I have mostly death shields, which is good, but I need to get ready to attack pretty quickly here. I just sent something to my mom. That might be fun. Okay, there's the Life Blade. Hopefully I survive this round because I don't know. I should because I've got good health now, but I always say you never know and you need to be cautious. So, with the decathlon, because it is, like I said earlier, it is unpredictable in certain things. Because sometimes they may just come at you with a random attack and big attack and you don't have a shield. I've been 1 and 2 shot in a single round on the double fights before because of that. So you definitely need to be careful. Okay, let's go ahead and try to knock somebody out if I can. May not be possible given the double plague, but we will find out. I hope I can knock someone out. Looks like I might be okay. Yes, I gotta wait a bit before I can cast, but... yeah, next round I'll be able to do it. Yeah, I'm in good health, so that's good. Yeah, because gnomes we need for the next one. Say, don't tell me we're having connection problems. Alright, grab the life blade. Before he hits me with a big... Now it's in my hand, at least. Alright, nice. And then I'm pretty sure we got Frozen Kraken this round. We do, so we can finish it off, grab the rank 7 recipe, and skedaddle. And then for the rest of the days, I'm gonna spam as much as I can and do as many runs as possible to gather up the runes. Because your runes carry over from Decathlon to Decathlon as long as you don't sell them or get rid of them. If you store them in your shared bank, that is the best way to do it, so... Alright, so I will leave the tower. I will simply just sit here because... I will just sit in position, so then when I come back later, I will be able to do what I was going to do. Yeah, in order to craft the next deck, you do gotta remove all the cards, so I'm going to do that right now. And I'm going to switch off of it. And then we will quit. We are gonna go to the next game that I have on the agenda, so... Yeah, I've been a bit of a tirade. I don't know if I want to call it a tirade. I don't know if that's the right word, but a bit of a mild obsession with Civ 5 lately. I'm kind of in and out with it. We're going to up the ante a little bit. We're going to change the difficulty to King, which means the AI gets a slight boost ahead of me. So we're going to make it slightly more difficult. So we are just loading it up now. I'll change the game view shortly as soon as it comes up. Makes me want to hum to it a lot of the time. Yep, small advantages, and you can. It goes from subtler to deity. I've beaten Immortal once. If you guys want to see that sometime, let me know. I will have to arrange specifically for that, so we'll have to dedicate a stream to it because Immortal is much more difficult, so... There we go. Yeah, I like that.
May the blessings of heaven be upon you, O great Nebuchadnezzar, father of mighty and ancient Babylon. Young was the world when Sargon built Babylon.
Okay, where am I? I always like to quickly assess my surroundings when the game first begins. So actually, I may want to move my settler one spot over. Because then I'm sitting on a mountain, and then I've got Because there's a couple of wonders that require being built next to tundra and stuff like that. So I think I will actually move my settler over one space. Normally I'd settle immediately, but, you know, like I said, I like to assess my surroundings before doing so. Because there might be a slightly better position. If that's the case, I want to sit myself in that position before I actually do anything. I will not spend more than one turn doing it, though, so if it would take more than one turn to get to that location, I will just stay put. And I will deal with what I have. So, set up my tech tree. I always research it in the same order because I have found that there is a good strategy for my personal playstyle. And the way that I usually like to play. There's a lot of rivers around here. Yeah, just assessing my surroundings. Finding out what neighbors I have, if any. So it doesn't usually take long for me to decide if I'm gonna keep a run or if I'm gonna do something else. Or if I'm gonna reset it. I usually try to go for a 3-city empire, but I have dealt with 2. There have been rare instances where I go for 4, but that's a few and far between case. And in even rarer instances have I only gone with 1. Okay, I think I'm actually going to reset this map because there's a city-state in a prime area that I would have liked to settle. And when I usually set the game up, I like to go... I'll just show. So the map size standard, I usually play on standard, but play with 6 civs instead of 8, so then everyone has a little bit more space. Plus, you know, with the more cities you have on the AI, the lower your happiness is, and the more science cost is required to research tech. So...
May the blessings
I mainly
of
like it
heaven
because
be
it gives you more
upon you, O
room.
great Nebuchadnezzar.
It makes it much less likely that you will have a neighbor on the same island as you. I think I want to put my settler here because then I'm on the ocean. Because that looks like I'm going to be stuck in a canal if I put it there. Yeah, you want to be on the coast if you can, because then you... And I still get the benefit of being able to create a watermill because there is a river here. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and change the game on Twitch so that it accurately reflects what we're actually doing. So then people don't come in and and get confused. Yeah, and I don't set up my entire tech tree because in case I have to reset it. Yeah, I just set up the first few things. And I prefer large islands because it's not archipelago with a bunch of tiny islands, and you're not on continent, which means you're certainly going to have neighbors in some capacity, and I don't want neighbors. I want my own space. So... Okay. Yeah, I've got a bit of an oddball-looking island here, but I've seen stranger island formations before. I'm gonna get truffles. Fun fact about truffles, chat, for those of you who didn't know, they're actually sniffed out by specially trained pigs. It's a little fun fact there. Speaking of fun facts, chat, I think we need to do some fun facts, but we will do that when we got more folks here. Yeah, I'm gonna look. This may only be a 2-city island. I don't think there's really enough room to have 3, because I want to make sure there's enough food to feed a 3rd city, if I'm gonna have one. Yeah, there's not a ton to go off of. Unless I go over there, because then there's 2 luxuries within range, and that's gonna be huge. Yeah, that might actually be worth doing. Because then there's still fish over there, and... yeah, so that might actually be worth doing, and then... I think I'll put those guys here. You need 22 turns until a new citizen is born. How is that even possible at this point? There we go, that's better. You know, I'd have to settle it here in order to have the copper within range. Because the copper's right there, so I'd have to put it there. Let's do that. Yeah, it seems like I might be on the northern end of the map because of the... well, maybe not. Maybe I'm in the middle because of desert. Earth Mother! You do say which BG3 build you're doing. Yes, I plan to do the Ranger Rogue that we were kind of discussing. Because I want to be able to, like, you know, sneak attack and all that kind of stuff. And then the... I'll have to create, like, a mini pin for myself on the other specific things you mentioned for, like, multi-attacks and stuff like that. We'll have to compile that into, like, one message, and I want to pin it somewhere.
Tenho pouco tempo para gracejos. O que o traz aqui?
Elf instead of human. I haven't even decided what race I'm gonna do. Oh, the Sioux Indian tribe. Oops. Yeah, Lekmod added a ton of stuff, like a ton of other civilizations and like ancient cultures, which is cool that they've continued with this project. Yeah, because someone keeps picking it up and continuing it. It's loved by many. I just picked it. Yeah, you'd have to talk to Infamous on what he plans to do. Yep, as soon as those guys get through, I'm gonna get the cities settled so they can start expanding immediately. Yep, I want Angkor Wat because I need that for my empire. Yeah, let's get everything built as quickly as we can. Yeah, a lot happens at the beginning, so I want to make sure I'm completely ready. All the roads are built, which is good.
Deveremos.
I don't care about the Oracle having been built somewhere else, I care about Angkor Wat.
Deveremos prosperar. Deveremos prosperar. Deveremos prosperar.
No, I can't help you. Do the speech checks. Yeah. Yeah, you might be needed to fulfill that role. Yeah, I want patronage so that I can get the Forbidden Palace. I definitely want manual specialist control. Okay. Oh, someone else got it. That's fine. And I've got the city connection established. Yeah, at least I only have to go here once.
Deveria. Deveria.
There's a city-state here. Found a religion! What are we gonna call it? You know what? I'm gonna name it after us. That's not a... it doesn't even fit. Let's name it after the server. Let's name it the Golden Loot Bug Fan Club. Money!
Deveria.
No! I don't give open borders to nobody! Good, you killed somebody. Now I can actually build that mine. There's already people going at each other's throats. You know, that's good for me, because then that keeps them off my back, so then I can keep working.
Dever...
Yeah, BB speaking Spanish, but I don't know Spanish, so I don't know what he's saying. It'll be fine for damage. So what's the expansion look like here? The Mongolians. They have a tendency to be a heavy warmongering civ, so I need to be on my guard with them. They got promoted again. That's the quickest I've ever seen a spy get promoted to a special agent. Spanish is easy to learn for English speakers, from what I've heard. I had trouble learning Spanish, so I'm not gonna lie. I actually had trouble learning Spanish.
The day of small...
Oh my god, I got everything. Ah! Too many things happening at once! Too many things! Oh yeah, because now I got industrialization. Now I can dig into rocketry.
Deveremos prosperar.
But no, even in Civ, they are extremely warmonger heavy, so they... yeah, they... that's just what they specialize in. Just use production somewhere? Okay. No. I do not want to cause war with anyone. Yeah, I actually don't need much else. Yeah, actually, I should start sending my spies out to infiltrate the city-states before I get enough money to basically buy them. Pretty much. I don't forgive anyone for spying on me.
The day went too long.
This doesn't help. Oh! I actually want to remain the host. So I'm gonna have to back up a little bit more. I don't have the money yet to buy a city-state. Possibly. Yeah, I have them save every 5 turns. So then it's easy to back up and change some of my decisions. I need to find city-states that he is allied with. So I'll go to turn 134, because it saves every 5. Okay, what can I do? It takes 3 turns to arrive. This is kind of my warning that I need to... Yeah, I need to hurry and set up my economy. Yeah, remaining the host gives you a lot of power. So if you can, you really should try to hold on as long as you can. It's a lot like real life, unfortunately, holding on to political power. This game actually has some striking similarities to that. This is all that's left. Alright, so for now, I think I can just have you stay put here. So then when it comes time to build the railroad, then we already have somebody in place. Unit needs orders. So you've got 4. There's coal right there. I almost never have coal on my island, so when I see it, I get ecstatic about it.
Deveria.
You guys are giving me strategic resources for a luxury. That's unacceptable. Eee. Yeah, I need to start making money quickly. So I gotta take over the government. Yeah, well, if the city's gonna starve, then I don't want to do that. Nice! Science's funding passes. Can I distract people by proposing the world religion being my religion? It's usually a good distraction one if you can pull that off. And if you actually can pass it, like, you get extra delegates and your religion spreads quicker. Not only to your own cities, but elsewhere. So, it reduces religious pressure. Which, if you've got a religion with good benefits, then you're gonna be sitting pretty. Yeah, gotta be ready to build the factories pretty soon. Okay, so now I've got the coal connected. Yeah, I want to be ready to defend myself because everybody's going to be starting to want to attack me. Yeah, I think just to help out. Oh, can I not build a... Oh, I need a workshop, don't I? That must be a prerequisite. Yeah, Dear Kirigazu is struggling with productions. Oh. Now you're stagnating. There's a couple of warmongers in the group here.
Ah.
Where am I gonna put this one? I usually like to have at least 5. Is there anybody else that... Oh wow, there's already ideology adoption? How have I not gotten there yet? Oh, if they enact arts funding, it's actually gonna neutralize my benefit.
Every great...
guess I should have gone for repealing. Ah! Hydrate. I see the hydrate. Mixed! Well, I do got the smoothie. Let's see if I can actually grind it this time. See if I can help its production.
Deveremos.
You people are making shitty offers. Well, Freedom does have some good science victory stuff. I mean, Freedom or Order are good for science. It really depends on who the first person is, like if it's not me. It's incredibly rare that you see autocracy adopted. It's usually Order or Freedom. I don't know if I've even ever played with autocracy, so I can't really explain what it even is, because I've just never done it. Yeah, take over here. I wonder what's even in the proposal right now. No. Alright, let's see if I can get my smoothie to... The Gauls have adopted the Order ideology. Well, they might have issues. Alright, let's see if I can get my smoothie to grind. Looks like the battery is full, so let's see if it'll work. Turn off my microphone for a second.
Nothing is particularly hard if you divide it into small jobs.
Alright, so it looks better than it did before. Alright, I'm actually gonna go ahead and... There we go. Alright, well, we've got the smoothie. At least. I was trying to get the peanut butter powder to mix. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get arts funding repealed. Good! Give me my more great scientists. Enact my world religion! You fools! And we'll keep proposing it until I get it. So... yeah, I've been pretty lucky so far. Not getting attacked. Usually I'd get attacked at this point, but we're okay. Actually, I should get the Grand Temple. Yeah, to do that, every city has to have a temple in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and... yeah, that's fine. Honestly, this is just free money. $62. 111, holy crap. That's an extra, next place I gotta send a spy. Honestly, banning copper would not be an issue, so... I mean, I do have copper, but I can always repeal it. So that's fine. Nice! I get a free social policy. I want to finish out rationalism as quickly as possible. I guess I'm gonna have to delete them down here because they can't move. Because Brazil took over the area. And that's ice, which my units cannot pass. Speaking of, do I have any other specialists that I can assign? Not yet. At least not in my other cities. In my capital I could, though. "52 turns?
Deveremos prosperar.
Bad guys are adopting order. That's going to increase ideological pressure. Ah! I tried. Doesn't look like that one either. Looks like next turn I'll be able to start making the... Yeah, get him to build the railroads, because that increases production in all cities connected by one. So...
Man.
Oh, the Gauls. Already? Holy crap. Well, I got a lot of work to do then. Alright. Sorry, Haz. I appreciate your patience and bearing with me, because I often forget. I try not to. Turn around and regift it. And thankfully, once you got the roads established, the AI seems to just follow the roadway you made when you go to design the railroads. Oh, come on. Agent. Well, at least I've got all the city-states on my side, so... excuse me. Heck yeah, no, it's the world religion. Lots of stuff. Lots of money we need to send out. Pedro. Wow, they are just... There's no way I can win this one! If they only need their civ to become influential with 2 more people. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think there's enough time. I'm getting crushed. You can actually look at that. You can look at the victory progress if you wish. I forget exactly where, but I know you can look at... I think it's diplomacy overview. I know there's a spot where you can look at that. I thought there was a way to look at that. What even is their ability? I might even look at that after this run. See what they had. Because I have a lot more text I need to research, and if they only gotta become influential with 2 more people... I have to look that up. For the unhealthy part of the snack, I've got bunny graham crackers from my grandmother. She seems to love giving us, dumping stuff on us. I wish she would stop sometimes, and so does my mother. You can open this. And open it so that... You want to tear the whole thing apart. And I have to get up and go find a pair of scissors. Wait, why are we dropping so many frames? Why have we dropped over 2,000 frames today? Well, 3,000 frames today. Gotta be getting close. There we go. Hey, I've got graham crackers. They look like bunny rabbits.
A good rule for rocket experimenters to follow is this. Always assume that it will explode.
Oh, there we go. This is the screen I was looking for. I may still have time. I need to hurry.
Deveria.
Би мөгөөмөр занг байн гаргадаггүй.
Yeah, that, when it becomes the United Nations, that's your last chance to gain control, if you haven't already gained control of the World Congress. That is your last chance, because the host will not be able to be selected again after that point. Yeah, and by not having arts funding, I'm also slowing down the Gauls' victory. I'm gonna embargo you. Because having trade routes also spreads your influence and can lead to a cultural victory as well. So there's a bunch of different ways that it can happen. A bunch of different things that can influence it. Nope. Yeah. Have military stationed nearby, because I might have some military issues. Okay, advanced ballistics. We're about to get the boosters. We need 3 boosters, the cockpit, and the engine. And the stasis chamber, so we need 6. We need 6 parts. I want my votes. Good. Because the Gauls are trying to win. And that's not acceptable. Oh, it's falling with Brazil. Okay, that actually buys me time. Because culture victory is a big threat to me as a science victory, because it is often one of the quickest methods. So under that culture overview tab, you can keep an eye on that if science is your preferred approach. Yeah, remain alert. Yeah, stay ready. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, beautiful.
Our scientists.
Yep, this is the point where... Shit. I just realized I have a problem. I don't have access to aluminum. However, there is a building that can give me aluminum, and that is the recycling center. You can have up to 5 of those in your empire. So if you have 5 cities, but you only need 3, because you only need 6 aluminum. You need 1 aluminum for each piece. Now, where do I get it? I'm gonna try and rush to ecology as quickly as I can because... He stole a city-state from me. You know, actually, let him fight over it. I don't care. Standing army tax is one of, like, the joke ones, because I don't really care, because I don't have a big military. I've never attempted a domination victory, because that requires a lot of work. It's actually my brother's preferred method. Yeah, looks like the Gauls are struggling ever since we embargoed them. Which is good. So, yeah, let's build this mine so then I can at least get started on production. You know, you're actually being helpful for once with that.
Deveremos prosperar.
Mari lost the capital. Nay. Oh, they're happy. Oh wow. They actually did a lot more than I thought. You're finally offering me another luxury, dude. Just instant, because I have so much freaking money. It's not even funny. Where I got uranium from? It's clearly from somewhere. Yeah, and that aluminum I only have access to for 25 turns, so I need to make sure. Oh yeah, special agent. I need to move you elsewhere.
Deveremos prosperar.
Of course they don't like me, but... You're rising slowly. Just embargo everyone. Let's quick get the trade routes done. So then what's left? So it looks like now Brazil is the threat. Where's my proposal? It just disappeared.
Deveria.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be close. This is gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. Yeah, I think the very last part I'm gonna have to buy if I'm gonna make it. If I'm gonna secure a victory. Yeah, this is because I've got the nuclear bomb. Yeah, 17 turns assuming tourism remains unchanged. Yeah, I think it's just too short. Yeah, unless I can get more great scientists somehow. I don't even care.
Come.
Good God. This is down to the freaking wire, chat. 12 turns? Yeah, it's way too close. It's way too close for comfort.
Би мөхөмөр занг байн гаргадаггүй.
This is close. This is down to the wire. Yep, it's just me and I just have to build the stasis chamber.
Би мөхөмөр занг байн
Sure. I'm checking it like every single turn.
Би мөхөмөр занг
Just the
байн
most random thing. Nobody's adopted autocracy. Eight turns? It's down to single digits. Single digits. Single effing digits! I don't like this. I don't like it being that close! Wait. So I've got freedom. No, I didn't want to shift. There we go. I have to wait one more turn before it becomes active, but... Oh my god. 5 turns, it looks like. Wow. That came way too close, chat. Way too close.
You have achieved victory through mastery of science.
Jesus. Alright, well that's gonna be all for today, chat. Let's go find somebody to raid. Find somebody else who's doing Civ 5.
Well, if you're doing Sacred Sites, it's not a bit.
Then let's go raid this guy.
Yeah, I guess if you're doing Sacred
I will
Sites,
see you
get a
guys
pass,
over there
actually, like,
shortly.
I don't know, maybe I'm hating on it too much, but like these fucking new players that I play with, are they all just take pagodas instantly, and it triggers me.
Oh, it was
I took
offsides.
feed indulgences 2 turns before I got my rel, so I was like, okay, time to pivot.